Hi students, I'm going to take some time to show you how to turn in written submissions digitally, and I'm going to be doing that on a Chromebook. So the first thing that I need to do is I'm going to need to get a picture of the assignment that I have. So I'm going to go over here to my camera, and so the way to find your camera, you can click on there, you can just type in camera right there. You can also go to that home screen. But we're going to bring the camera up, and now you see my face here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of a sample document. The first thing we make sure we do is to have good lighting. If you can't read this document, then you're going to end up needing to get the document into better lighting. You may also need to go over it with a number 2 or darker pencil, or you may also have to have a pen. Sometimes I actually find it better to tilt my screen back towards me so that I don't cast any shadows on the work here. The next thing that I'm going to need to do is to make sure that the paper takes up the entire picture. So I'm going to have to kind of peek around this just a little bit. And I'm also going to make sure that I don't have a hand covering up the work. So this takes a little bit of dexterity here, but you should be able to do that. We'll back it up just a little bit. And then I'm just going to snap the picture right there. Let's grab another picture. Make sure that there are no hands over the written part of the work. And also you'll notice that I've turned my paper to the side. I'm going to get a chance to correct that in a minute whenever I edit the photo and crop it. So we're going to go ahead, in order to edit that photo, we'll just go down here to the bottom right hand side where it says go to gallery, and we'll just click on that. And then that's going to bring us to a place where I can edit this photo. And you'll notice that I've got some stuff cut off up here at the top, but you'll notice that it also extends above the line here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the little pencil here to edit. And now you should be able to see all of the work. There are two things that I need to do here. Number one, this picture is pretty fuzzy. So if I were to turn this in for work, I would probably want to go back and redo it. But for the sake of time, I'm going to show you how to do the submission. And then your teacher may have you to go back through that, may have you to practice several times to get the correct lighting and to get the correct darkness in terms of your writing. So we're going to do two things to this. We're going to need to rotate it. So I can go down here and I'm going to rotate that image up. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to crop, because I don't want my elbow or my sideways face or here taking up any of the photo. So I can go ahead and do this. I'm going to extend out the edges of that document right there. And once I do that, then I can go ahead and click done. And you'll notice now that it blows the photo up a little bit. We'll go ahead and we'll click on exit. Now, once I blow this up a little bit, I can actually see the image. Remember, this may not be perfect, but it's going to be good enough for this particular exercise for me to show you what to do. The next thing we're going to need to do is to embed this into a Google Doc. So in order to do this, I'm going to open up my Google Docs, and I'm going to make sure here, I'm going to go ahead and close the camera out so you can see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and open a blank document. When I open this blank document, I'm going to give the document a name, and I would prefer to give that document the same name as the name of the assignment that I'm turning in. In this case, the name of that assignment is going to be Test Google Doc 2. And let's see if we can go ahead and get this thing to open a document for me here. There it goes. Now I'm going to rename the document. So I'm going to start here by typing in, let's go check the name of that again. It's going to be Test Google Doc 2. And then now the next thing I'm going to need to do is to insert the photo. So I like to go here and I click on insert, and then I'm going to upload from computer. One of the reasons why we're inserting the photo is because if we were to submit the photo directly without putting it in here, sometimes the sizing ends up being a problem. We end up turning in a photo that's too big. So what we do is when we put it into the document, this actually reduces the size of the photo, and it allows the teacher a little bit more flexibility in terms of how they grade it. The next thing I'll do here is I'll go to images, And you'll notice right here that I've got this image that was done today at 9:38. That's the one that I just edited. And now that image has been placed into the document. If you have multiple images, you will want to go ahead and just hit enter here at the bottom of the page, and it will take you to a new page, and you will insert that. Please do not submit separate documents for a single assignment that has multiple pages. Just put all of those pages in here and make sure each page, each picture that you take has its own page. Please do not put the images side by side. It makes it very difficult for your teacher to see and zoom in on in order to get detail from your images. Once we do that, then Google Docs automatically save, and they will automatically share whenever we go over to Canvas. So the next thing is we need to go to the actual assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Google Docs, Test Google Docs 2. And hopefully that assignment's going to come open. And this time I'm going to actually resubmit this assignment. So I'm going to click on this. In your case, you will probably just submit the assignment for the first time. And so we're now going to go down here, and we should have several tools available for us. We have Google Doc, text entry, website URL. If you were to submit this, say, as a PDF, you could do a upload. But for right now, we're going to focus on doing this with a Google Doc. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what it should bring up is a list of all of the Google Docs in my Google Docs folder. In this case, the last one that I worked on is going to be right here at the very top of the documents. You'll notice I have some folders in front of that. I'll go ahead and click on that and then go ahead and submit assignment. Now what is happening is that Canvas is downloading a copy of that assignment in the form of a docx document. And your teacher will be able to grade that more easily inside SpeedGrader and give you better feedback. So that is how we turn in a document or that is handwritten to your teachers by embedding it into a Google Doc. You'll notice that I'm using this on a Chromebook. Remember, Chromebooks do not typically have the best camera quality, so if you take a picture with it, you need to make sure that that picture is as clear as possible and make sure that your hand is not covering any of the writing on the page. Once again, go over it with a number 2 pencil or greater. Also, you can go over that with a pen, darken it up a little bit, and make that much easier for your teacher to be able to give you feedback on. We appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at jbar@ccsk12.com, and I would be happy to help you out. Thank you for watching this video.